Hey there, YouTubers! Dave here. Today we're going to review a new guitar I found on Amazon that actually surprised me. It's a student beginner's guitar. I think it was like 150 something dollars. Uh, but when I got it, I was actually really surprised. I do a lot of reviews on these entry level guitars, and this one's like really nice for what you get. Let me show you. It's called an Aklot or Aklot. Anyway, there it is. It's Lorien series, they call it. So anyway, let's just start right from the top and work our way down. So first of all, with the headstock, these tuners, they're actually quite nice tuners. They seem to work just fine, like typical inexpensive tuners. They got their little logo on the back of them. That's pretty nice. They're all like powder coated in this like grayish color. Everything on here is that kind of powder coat. One of the things I noticed was that all the nuts on these were loose. I had to tighten them all up. That's quality control issue you have with these kind of guitars made in Asian, which is kind of funny because on the back of it they got a label that says QC passed. It's like, well, their QC didn't do a great job, because as I go on here I'll explain some of the other things I found. Anyway, so the neck is roasted maple, and really nice smooth neck. Plays really well. No fret tang, snags or anything on it. Quite nice. And it's 24 frets. Not that you really need that many, but it's great to have. So anyway, nice little cutout here. They did a real cool looking little cutout here with their name on it, of course. Let's see, the pickups are Onical 5s, humbuckers, quite nice, play pretty good. I had to adjust them. Also, their height levels weren't quite the way they should have been. You got a volume pot, and you got a tone pot. And the tone pot, surprise, has a push-pull. It switches off and makes single coil, splits these coils on both the pickups. One of the things I found was, as other people had complained about this, is this switch was not wired inside. So their quality control people missed that one. But the technical or the support people at Aklot were really nice. I contacted them. They were great to work with. They sent me a little diagram on how to wire it in. It's really easy to do. 2 wires to solder on. The switch is actually really nice. It's like your typical Switchcraft type switch, not those little boxy ones. It's really pretty good. The finish on it is actually really quite nice. I could not find any flaws on the finish. Usually I find a little goober here and there kind of thing on these kind of guitars, but I did not find it on this. The other thing I really like about it is this nice curve here and on the back here, right there. This is ergonomics like what other companies such as Gibson should have done decades ago. Because when you're playing and you're holding that thing, it has a tendency to dig into your ribs, and then up here where you're laying your arm across, it has a tendency. I always walk away with a crease right here for playing, an hour or so on the other guitars. Anyway, so they did a great job there. One of the issues I discovered was the intonation was off, and when I went to adjust it, I couldn't get the E quite on because their bridge is off by about 1 millimeter or 2. Should have been tilted back just a little bit more. And I did point that out to them. They said that in their next builds will have these little errors fixed. The string height was a little off. I adjusted that. The frets needed polishing. It did that. The neck fretboard is a Jatoba, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, it's a solid hardwood. They obviously stained it because that kind of wood is a lighter color wood. What else can I say about it? The bridge was not grounded, and as I went through and looked it over. It turns out that this whatever powder coating they were using on these, it actually insulated it, and so it wasn't making electrical contact, no continuity. So I actually had to take the tailpiece off and sand down inside around this post to get electrical continuity, and then it works great. So anyway, so there you have it. That is it in a nutshell. Quite a nice little guitar for the money. I think I paid, I don't remember what I paid, $150 or something, I don't know. But for the price, you know, they call this a beginner's guitar, but actually once I set it all up, it plays like any, you know, $500 guitar. Really quite nice. And it comes with, really cool, this little goodie bag. And inside this goodie bag, you get a tuner, really quite cool little tuner. It comes with polishing cloth and a guitar cable and a guitar strap and some extra strings. And oh, what else do we have down in here? Some picks. And what is this last thing I'm finding? Oh, look at that. It's an Allen wrench for adjusting your truss rod. So, hey, pretty cool for that. And let me show you this. All right, comes with a really quite nice little gig bag. And it's well padded inside, has a couple little pockets in it. And inside, I open it up, and what did I find inside? It's a surprise. Look at this. Really cool. You got an instruction manual for the beginner and how to tune it and all that stuff. And then a learning manual. You know, it's got stuff like, you know, look at that. Teach yourself how to play. Not that, I don't know. Nowadays you can find that stuff online quite easily on YouTube. But hey, what do you think about this? Pretty nice, huh? So there you go. Other than a few little problems I found that I fixed, if you're a luthier type person who can you know, do your own setups and stuff, this guitar is well worth it, and it's a great player. All right, so there you have it. This is the Aklot Lorien series, and I'll give it 4 stars because of the flaws I found, but I was able to fix. If it came from the factory, it's all a good setup and everything, 5 stars plus easily. Well worth the money. So there you have it. All right. Talk to you later, YouTubers.